Crisostomo Ibarra returns as Simon, a rich jeweler sporting a beard and blue-tinted glasses, and a confidant of the Captain General. He cynically sides with the upper classes, encouraging them to commit abuses against the masses, to encourage the latter to revolt against the oppressive Spanish colonial regime. This time, he does not attempt to fight the authorities through legal means, but through violent revolution using the masses. Simon has reasons for instigating a revolution. First is to rescue Maria Clara from the convent, and second, to get rid of ills and evils of Philippine society. His true identity is discovered by a now grown-up Basilio while visiting the grave of his mother Sisa, as Simon was digging near the gravesite for his buried treasures. Simon spares Basilio's life and asks him to join in his planned revolution against the government, egging him on by bringing up the tragic misfortunes of the latter's family. Basilio declines the offer as he still hopes that the country's condition will improve. Simon, for his part, keeps in close contact with the bandit group of Cabezang Tales, a former cabeza de barangay who suffered misfortunes at the hands of the friars. Once a farmer owning a prosperous sugarcane plantation and a cabeza de barangay head, he was forced to give everything to the greedy and unscrupulous Spanish friars. His son Tano, who became a civil guard, was captured by bandits. His daughter Huli had to work as a maid to get enough ransom money for his freedom. Tales took Simon's revolver while Simon was staying at his house for the night. As payment, Tales leaves a locket that once belonged to Maria Clara. Simon has Quiroga, a Chinese man hoping to be appointed consul to the Philippines, smuggle weapons into the country using Quiroga's bazaar as a front. Simon wishes to attack during a stage play with all his enemies in attendance. He, however, abruptly aborts the attack when he learns from Basilio that Maria Clara had died earlier that day in the convent. The authorities accuse the students present at the pansiteria of agitation and disturbance. Basilio, although not present at the mock celebration, is also arrested. Huli, Basilio's girlfriend and daughter of Cabezang Tales, tries to ask Father Comora's help. Instead of helping Huli, the priest tries to rape her, as he has long hidden desires for Huli. Rather than submitting to the will of the friar, she jumps over the balcony to her death. Simon and Basilio attend the wedding of Paulita Gomez and Juanito, Basilio's hunchback classmate. His plan was to conceal an explosive inside a pomegranate-styled kerosene lamp that Simon will give to the newlyweds as a gift during the wedding reception. Basilio has a change of heart and attempts to warn Isagani, his friend and the former boyfriend of Paulita. Simon leaves the reception early as planned and leaves a note behind. When Isagani, due to his undying love for Paulita, bursts in the room and throws the lamp into the river, sabotaging Simon's plans. Simon escapes by diving into the river as guards chase after him. Simon, now unmasked as Ibarra and a fugitive, seeks help and shelter from Father Florentino. Simon takes poison in order for him not to be captured alive. Before he dies, he reveals his real identity to Florentino, while they exchange thoughts about the failure of his revolution and why God forsook him. Florentino preaches that God did not forsake him, and that his plans were not for the greater good but for personal gain. Florentino then takes Simon's remaining jewels and throws them into the Pacific Ocean, with the corals hoping that they would not be used by the greedy, and that when the time came, that it would be used for the greater good. When the nation would be finally deserving liberty for themselves, the sea would reveal the treasures.